conservatively, okay, depending on how fast we get through the material, okay? So I had an interesting request from another instructor online. He goes, can you show all the contra Sumbrada cycles? Okay, understand that this cycle, these 2 cycles are the only ones that are in the contra Sumbrada. These are all parts of the contra Sumbrada, but not part of the 16. Okay, so understand. So this one, roof, inside deflection, outside deflection, roof, inside deflection, high wing. Those are all part of the high box series. High box meaning I hit the temple, hit the top of the head, or temple, top of the head. Okay, so these are the part of it, but these are also part of the high box series, but they're not normally taught. Does that make sense? So you're going to get a lot more than just the 16 we normally go through. So this is actually 1 and 2. And these are like A's and B's and C's and D's inside those series. Okay? All right, so, Nancy, if you don't mind. So we're gonna run through the first method, okay, which is I feed her all 3 strikes. She roof blocks, she roof blocks, she inside deflects.
Ah! God damn.
Okay, so roof, inside deflect, outside deflect. Again, 1, 2, 3. Now, so when she comes at me, roof, inside deflection, outside deflection. What am I doing? So you got to stay in there, and you got to get your left hand in there. Okay, so the part of this is when she comes in to hit, is that I'm using that left hand to capture. She goes into here. I'm using that left hand to control position. She goes out to here. I'm using that left hand to control. If I have to, I can get it out of there. Okay, so medium range means you're using the left hand. Okay. So medium range, we're using the left hand, okay? But when you go into the Hompok series, Hompok makes I slash through, I power through it. So my left hand stays out. But right now, I want the left hand in. Okay, so watch. I'm feeding all 3 strikes. Roof block, inside deflection, outside deflection. Beautiful, again. Yeah, oh yeah, don't want to read. So roof, inside deflection, outside deflection. Awesome. Now, I'm gonna go roof, inside deflection, she hits me outside. Again, so watch. Roof, inside, she hits me back. You hit, you don't block, you hit up, you hit me. So it's 2 for 1. Look, I go 1, 2, she hits me back. Okay, now, and then you go back and forth. So I go, I hit her, she hits me, I hit her. She hits me overhead. I go 1, she goes in, I go back. So 1, 2, 3, to 1, 2, 3. Got it? Those are your 3 progressions I want you to start with. So 1 person feeds all 3 a couple times, okay? Then you go 2 of them, then you go back to the back and forth, okay? In this series, the reason why you're using the outside deflection is because you have to. Okay, so watch. When she hits me to here, right? She inside deflects. My stick went all the way through, right? So her inside deflection didn't stop my stick, okay? If that's the inside deflection didn't work, it didn't stop my stick. Okay, so watch again here. So look, 1, 2. Then she hits. That's why I'm using the outside deflection. Okay, so she hits me again, and this time it stops my stick. She stops cold right there. Then she hits me to here. That's why I've got to use the wing. Okay, so one is you're getting through the inside deflection. The other one is you don't pass through. They jam you up. Okay, so watch. When I hit her, she roof locks. Okay, if I go like this, that's the outside deflection, right? Okay, so look, if I hit here and I jam this, she's got to use that one. Yeah. Okay, so watch. So 1, jammed it completely, right? So when I come in, her left hand is high, so she starts off here, right? Uppercut. That's the motion, right? So here, uppercut. Boom. So uppercut, bring that hand up. As this goes up, this one goes down. Goes down. So high to low. Good. That's it. Right there. High to low. High. No, so start high, go low. Okay? Boom. Right there. Okay, now watch. So I'm just gonna so start with this pointed at me. Okay? So I'm gonna come in slow. High wing. So look, if you start with both hands down low. Okay, go this side. Okay? So your hand position is important, okay? So hands up, hands up. So sticks pointed at me. Okay? So do high wing. Good. Again. High wing. Now, don't start over here. Yeah. Pointed at me. Here. High wing. Good. Again. High wing. Good. High wing. Now, so what I want to see is if it goes back to here, this is all targets. Yeah. Okay? So when it goes, it's almost like she's uppercutting, the tip of the stick doesn't move. So see how it gives her protection without moving. But if she goes to here and it goes back here like that, so look, there is a high wing like that, okay? They call it so look what you gotta do to get this wing off. You've gotta literally open your hand and hit you on the side. Not one of my favorite things to do. Now, with a stick, doesn't hurt that bad. With a sword, that might be, and also you're holding on with 2 fingers. Might be questionable grip, okay? So once again, watch. So you're gonna have to start here. So understand that this is inherently different because the inside deflection stopped me on the inside line, okay? But she has to develop this block. Okay, so when I'm here, slow hit, up and down, good. Slow hit, don't let it drift to the side. So here's what you think about, okay? When she's here, going to hit me like in the face right here, if I go like this, right? So here, this is a threat. So my stick is here, she goes to the back end, I'll thrust or I'll thrust. But when she comes in, I want to be doing this. Right? She comes in, look what I'm doing. Like that. Again, 1, 2. Okay? I don't want to go to here.
Right.
Because we see she's getting closer and closer all the time. Right? So when she's here, she comes in to hit. Right there. Up and then down. So I want to be able to pop really fast. So it's all the way up and through. Okay? So you gotta do this slow, okay? So you're back on this side. Let's get next there. So hands up. Okay? So if you think about this wing as being a thrust, and you don't get it, okay? Yeah. Look, this is threatening, right? If it's over here, I'm gonna hit you, right? If I know you're pretty decent, you're gonna throw that thrust up at me just to keep me back, right? So now watch. When I come in, it's up and down.
So it's wait a minute.
Right there. That's it. Good. That's it. Again, slow, up and down, uppercut. Good. Up and down. Good. Got to use both hands though.
Yeah, okay, but I'm not starting here. You're right. No.
Yeah. So if your hand's low, it's gonna be hard to do. Okay. So there is a version without the left hand, but not yet. You've got to don't look at that yet. All right. So once again, when she's here, she's coming in. Okay. So hit the side right there. Okay. So you can stop it. You can slash through it. So one is a wang. One is called boca de lobo. Okay. They call it mouth of the wolf. Okay. It's like a goon thing. But when she comes in, right there, right there, right there. So if I can stutter her, pop, pop, I'll do it. If I can't, I got to shield that. Okay? So the whole thing together looks like this. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Go back where you were. Right there.
Then I'm here.
Right there. Beautiful. She comes with me. She comes with me. Overhead 1. Inside her flash, and she hits me. Right there. And then back. Okay? Got it? Give it a shot. They look very, very similar, but they have different applications, and either one is fine, but you have to be able to manipulate the step from being point up to point down. That's the whole key, right? It's not point up to the back, it's point up, point down. Point up, point down. So if I'm trying to jam Nancy, right? So look, Nancy goes forehand, just go forehand, hit you in the back heel. Okay, so forehand, hit you in the back heel. Boom. Again, forehand, right there. So notice that if I'm trying to jam her up, I go forehand, and I try to jam her like this, I crash in. I'm stopping her. Right? So what you're looking for is elbow, hands, other hands here. Like literally almost in front of my face. So when she comes in and goes 1, she hits me, what am I doing? I'm not laying back here waiting for her to hit me, right? When she goes like that, pat, boom, I'm gonna jam her up really hard. Okay? So you can see that, right? And I'm behind that. The other version of this is watch. I go 1, again, so don't lean back.
Okay.
So 1, she's gonna hit me. Good. Right there. Right. So 1, 2. Again.
That sounded like
Yeah.
Okay.
So slow. 1, 2. So look, see watch. Like 1. See the cut up? As opposed to blocking it, I'm actually going to slowly back up.
Okay.
I'm cutting this up and down like this. So I go here, and it loops out, uppercut. So from here, tip up, right? Hands high. It loops out, and I cut up underneath it. So if I had a blade, hold on a second. So difference in structure. If she Okay. So look, 1, 2. I'm jamming her there. Right, again, 1, jam. And then 1, cut. You know what you're doing.
Okay.
1, right there. Good difference. 1, right there. See the difference in the cut? So one's a stop, a dead stop. The other one is I'm actually, so when she comes through slowly, watch what I'm doing. I'm doing this all the way through to the other side. So I'm not getting stuck here and going over. It's 1, 2, the other side, or overhead. Okay? This takes a little more, so of the two, we go forehand, backhand. This is the simplest one, right? This takes a lot more skill. Okay, and you can't, so I can't do this. I can't hang out back here, right? I've got to jam her up. I've got to make it tight and very, very aggressive, okay? Even doing the Boca de Lobo version of this, I'm still closing on it. Yeah. Okay? So this is a lot of manipulation of the tip of the blade, or the tip of the stick, in a very short space of time. Okay? Does that make sense? So, do you want to do this another couple times?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Don't try to fake this. So it's not going to help you to fake it, because it's not going to be there when you need it. So you got to do it enough times that you get comfortable with it, and then when it's in your back pocket, it'll pull it off. Okay. So, let's see. You hit me. Now, palm pop this. And then outside the flexion. You hit me. That's right. So overhead. I hit you. Bang. Now watch. Overhead. Good to go. So, 1, stop, right there. Feel the difference? So, oh, you didn't be sorry. 1, 2, 3. Stop me, right? You didn't be sorry. So 1, 2, right there, outside the flexion. See the difference? 1, you see it goes tunk, it bounces off. Okay? What he's looking for is he's trying to stop it right there before he gets any power. Okay? But if he waits too long, or I'm really, really tight, it changes the line. Okay? It's a big distinction when you're standing in front of the stick or the blade. Okay? So go slow. Listen, guys. So understand something. You have to trust your training partner. Okay? So I'm going to hit Thad in the head. Right? I'm going to hit Thad in the head. Right? So go slow enough that if you got to stop, you can stop. Okay? But if you're feeding stuff out here, or feeding stuff in here, or feeding stuff up here, you're drawing them off. You're making them respond to stuff that's not going to be helpful to them. Okay? So it's much more important that Thad and I are here. Right? Don't move. Don't move. Okay, hit again. Now into the flex. Take it. Boom. Hit now. Palm pop down. So palm pop. Right there. Boom. So make sure. So even on his strike, make sure when I'm standing there, he hits. Palm pop. Boom. He hits. High wing. It's there. Because so if you're training to miss, you're training to miss. And you're not helping yourself or your training partner. Okay? So with that in mind, what should you do? Go hard and fast, or slow and light?
Slow.
I would say slow and light. Okay, here we go. And technical expertise on both people's side to pull this off. Okay? So if you see people click, 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 okay, do they understand the technical expertise? They understand the concept that I've got to stay on this side, but they understand how it works when you're trying to hit somebody hard. Okay, so doing it click, 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 and doing it smash, smash, smash is something completely different. So when you've been behind people doing click, 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 and you've been behind people going smash, 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 you understand that click, click, click is not going to help you. It's can you survive the smash? Okay? Perfect example is Guru Egger. This tall, his forearms are the size of my calves. Okay? He would swing a lead pipe, and you hear the pipe whistle. Okay? So it was a lead pipe with a pipe deck, they call it. So when they put the cables in the ground, and they put a sleeve over it, and they melt it with a blowtorch, that's what he had around a metal pipe. And he would swing it, it would whistle. So if you can whistle a 12-ounce rattan stick, and you can whistle a 3-pound pipe, the guy with a 3-pound pipe with a 12-ounce stick is going to kick your ass. Okay? So that's what you get used to. You're used to getting smashed. You realize that you have to understand, if he goes to here, And if he smashes his stick down, boom, it's not going to be over here. It's going to literally go break, and you've got to have something to recover from that. Okay, so the expertise on both people's side, knowing where to hit with the stick and knowing where on the stick to hit to get the response you want, makes those work. It's not really so. Do you need to memorize the series? Sort of yes, sort of no. But once you understand the feel behind the blocks and how you react to them, they become automatic. You don't have to even think about it. You respond because you have to. Because you're now in the only place you can do this. The only defense you have is that one or this one or that one or whatever. It's there because you get driven in that position. Okay, so you got to sort of memorize the sequences, okay? But you also got to feel it. So your partner's got to make it so that you feel the technique as opposed to just fake it, making it bounce. Does that make sense? All right, thank you guys.